Hey guys, it's time once again for another Q&A video, the video where you ask the questions and I answer them. In today's video, I've selected 5 questions from the community that subscribers have posted. Before we get into this, if you find yourself enjoying this video, be sure to smash that like button. It would really help out a ton. Also, any other questions you may have, feel free to post them in the comment section down below, and who knows, they might make it into Q&A 8 on August 1st. Now with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. Our first question for today is from JURASSICMASTER Extinct, and it asks, which Jurassic Park villains do you hate the most? I read the question thoroughly, and he specifically means the human villains. Now with that said, here's my opinion on the human villains. The one I hate the most, I would have to say, are the Fallen Kingdom villains, aka Eli Mills and Ken Wheatley. I don't know, I didn't really find them that interesting. Eli Mills is a cliched generic villain, and Ken Wheatley is just absolutely boring. That's just me though. As for the other villains, Dominion's Dachshund, he's alright. He's not a great villain, but he's not a terrible villain either. I mean, the actor who played him did a pretty good job. Vic Hoskins was funny at times, and I found him pretty enjoyable. Oh, and also Peter Ludlow is kind of boring at times. But nobody will ever beat Dennis Nedry. He's probably one of the greatest villains of all time, and he has one of the most gruesome deaths in the Jurassic franchise. My God. Though the human villains still aren't nearly as entertaining as the dinosaur ones. Jurassic Master, you are becoming a regular in this series, and I hope that answers your question. Let's move on to question number 2. Our second question is from GodzillaFan246, and the question is, could you rank all 6 Mechagodzillas? Why, sure I can. Mechagodzilla is one of my favorite kaiju, and I would be happy to rank them all. I will rank these incarnations of Mechagodzilla from worst to best. The worst Mechagodzilla to date would probably be the one from the anime, aka City on the Edge of Battle. I hate how he's just a Mechagodzilla city rather than a giant kaiju. I mean, the concept is kind of interesting, but it would have been better if it was just its own thing and it had Mechagodzilla maybe as like a guardian or something. I don't know. And the design, I don't know how I feel about the design. It kind of looks boring in my opinion. It kind of looks like a mashup between Moguera and Mechagodzilla. It just doesn't look right in my opinion. Up next we have the 90s Mechagodzilla. Again, kinda boring looking, kinda dull looking. It gets shiny at times, but it feels a little too futuristic, even for the 90s. Following it is the one from Ready Player One. It definitely has a better design, but still kinda boring in my opinion. Up next we have the one from the 2000s, aka Kiru. Now apart from Kiru being a dumbass name, I really like this Mechagodzilla. The design looks great, and I love the concept of it being the original Godzilla. It was basically the new Godzilla versus the original. I really loved it. And the fact that it remembers that it was Godzilla at one point and it just goes on a rampage, that's kind of scary in my opinion. But yeah, Kiru is definitely one of the better looking Mechagodzillas in my opinion. Next up, we have the Monsterverse Mechagodzilla. This thing is an absolute machine. It was able to beat the living hell out of Godzilla. Albeit Godzilla was really tired, but I just loved seeing this Mechagodzilla in action. It was just so evil. And when it finally got destroyed by King Kong, it was so satisfying. Godzilla vs. Kong is definitely the best Monsterverse movie to date. Try to prove me wrong. But despite the Monsterverse design looking badass, nothing can compare to the one and only, the original Mechagodzilla. Damn! When I saw this thing for the first time, I nearly crapped my pants. This thing was scary and evil looking. I love how it disguised itself as Godzilla at first to make it seem like Godzilla was rampaging, but I knew by the sounds it was making, something was definitely off. I absolutely love this MECHAGODZILLA's design. It looks terrifying, it looks evil, it's basically everything I could ever want in a MECHAGODZILLA. It's just so badass looking. That's why I think the original MECHAGODZILLA is the best looking one. And those are my rankings on the MECHAGODZILLAs. If you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments down below. Let's move on to question 3. Question number 3 is from Unsaid Voyage 363, and the question is, are you going to make an Unholy Alliance 3 with the Giga? Yes. Yes, I am. As soon as I get my hands on a Giga figure. The reason I haven't made it yet was because I don't have the Giga figure as of right now. Once I do though, I can promise you an Unholy Alliance 3 will be epic. Probably one of the most epic fights you've ever seen. It will basically be Jurassic World Dominion's climax done right. That's how good it's gonna be. And don't worry, I will review Jurassic World Dominion in a future video. So if you thought I'm not gonna review it, I'm pretty much confirming I am. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, as soon as I get the Giganotosaurus figure, I will definitely start work on an Unholy Alliance 3. Question number 4 is from FLETCHER MASSON, and the question is, who is your favorite Spider-Man villain? Venom. There's no competition. The name alone is absolutely terrifying. Venom is just one of the most terrifying villains of all time, and every incarnation of Venom is scary and gives me nightmares. Well, almost. My favorite version of Venom has to be the one from Spectacular. Oh my god, this guy is absolutely scary. His voice is very intimidating, and the guy who played him did a really good job. And I love the sound effects of the alien. God damn. And the fact that Venom knows everything about Peter Parker, that's scary. Imagine fighting a villain that knows everything about you. So it's able to use its knowledge of you to its advantage. I don't know about you, but I would be terrified of that. I know Venom has later on became more of an anti-hero than a villain, but when he is a villain, he's a great one. Our final question for today is from Brandon the Husky, and the question is, will you ever make Friday Night Funkin' content? I'm not sure. I'll probably have to look into it at some point. Is it available on PC? Or like Steam or something? Maybe I could download it and maybe do some gameplay of it. And if I like it, I might do a video on it. Who knows? But yeah, I've heard of Friday Night Funkin', but I'm gonna have to look into it at some point. And yeah, that is all for this month's Q&A. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. It would really help out a ton. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments section down below. And maybe they'll make it in Q&A. And until next time, I will see you guys on August 1st. So long!